Hey guys, welcome back to my eBay warehouse. My name is Brandon and I'm a reseller. I buy things cheap from yard sales and flea markets and I sell them online for a profit. Today's video is spread across multiple days of sales throughout the past week and I sold some pretty cool stuff. So if you want to see what's making me money online, stick around and I'll break it down. Alright, it's Monday, April 24th. I've got some cool items that are shipping out today. A couple of them are actually here in the studio on the shelves. So I'm gonna get to those and then we'll go out into the warehouse and get the rest of the items. All right, over here on the hot dog stand, I sold this Tickle Me Elmo in the box from 1996. And I sold this guy for $29.99 and the buyer paid shipping. I got this from my buddy Rick when I bought all of the toys and the video games from him. So less than $1 into this, $29.99 sold. And then up here on one of the shelves, we got this silver little creamer or sugar thing. Yeah, just holds sugar. I got less than $1 into this as well. I got this in a really big buy I bought from my buddy Barry. I sold that for $49.99. And then out here to the warehouse, we sold, I think, about 6 other items. Over here on bin 3C, sold an iPhone. I think it's an iPhone 4S, 16 gigabyte. I think it should be right a little, there it is. Yeah, it's in there. Oh, got it. I sold that for $19.99 free shipping. It has a crack screen. It does work fine. Yeah, you can't really get much out of the older iPhones unless you get really old. I think they get a little bit more expensive before the 4. I don't see a lot of 3s around or 2s, let alone the first one. But I find a decent amount of iPhone 4 and iPhone 5s in storage units and yard sales. And more recently, I found 2 iPhone 5Ss in a dumpster. And bin D, I sold this vintage, it's like a television switch, so you can have multiple inputs. And then you have like a little switching mechanism to, yeah, thing's pretty nice. Brand new in the box. And I sold that for $24.99 and the buyer paid shipping. If I remember correctly, I got this at the Highway 70 sale whenever we met up with Lonnie and Candace over at Shed Flips, and then a bunch of other people were there. We met up in Jackson, Tennessee. I believe that's where I got that, and I think I bought a whole bin full of stuff like that for like $20 or $30. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct. So that was less than $1 into that as well. But anyway, I sold something that I got a couple videos ago from my buddy Justin, and it's a bin 2.0, and it should be these right here. These are 2 bottles of airsoft BBs, and then this little reloading tool where you can reload a magazine. And I think all in all, I paid, I think it was $300 for all the stuff I was going to sell. I've already made my money back, and now this is just profit. So I probably have about $10 into, I'd say probably about $5 into this, into $29.99. And actually over here in 3F, another item I bought from Justin, this power supply for a computer. He upgraded it and had a better power supply in his PC, but this one still worked fine, and sold that one for $59.99 and the buyer paid shipping. Same thing with that, probably about $5 into that, $10. And the last thing we've got is in bin A, so it's an older item. I don't think I've reloaded bin A with new stuff in a while. Probably a lot of stuff that's just not selling, but I don't think I've messed with this in a while. We sold some brand new VHS blanks. Sold these TDK VHS blanks and sold that for $9.99 free shipping. That's kind of surprising. That hasn't sold yet. I thought that would have been calculated. It must have been a mistake on my part. Probably been listed for years. I really can't remember where I got this. I want to say a thrift store for like a couple bucks, but I'm just not sure. I mean, that stuff does sell. Sometimes it takes a while. I've definitely listed some that just sold immediately. I think most of the time that was probably the cassettes. Here it all is. We got 7 items, $282. I got to get all this packed up. I'm probably gonna have to do that when I get off of work, but it saves me a little bit of time having it pulled, and then I get to, you know, kind of get an idea of what I'm gonna be shipping today. Shouldn't be too hard to ship all these items. Most of them are just gonna go in a box with some padding. There's no, you know, nothing that is too delicate. There's that cracked iPhone. You see it's kind of messed up, but it does work. The good thing about a lot of my items is I don't put a lot into them. Honestly, most of the items I sell, my cost of goods for those items are usually less than 10% of the final sell price. All right, first thing, bin C. Sold a Lego set, little one. So there we go, bin C up there. So this Overwatch Lego set, the box got damaged, but I got this from my buddy Rick. I paid about $3 grand for all this stuff. I've talked about it many times on the videos, but if you're new, I've since made about $8,000 or $10,000 off of that $3,000 investment. And so this is just extra. We're gonna come over here on the back side. F1. Sold this Sony Discman for $24.99. I got this from Rick as well. So all in all, with all the items I had, it's less than $1 that I have invested, but I've since made that money back. So this is just profit at this point. And then from F1 down here to N1, I'm on the back side of this because of the everything right here. I'll eventually have this cleared up, but yeah, here to N1. I sold another Lego set. It's actually 2 Lego sets. These are vintage Lego. I think they're from early 2000s, late 90s. I remember I got this. I was given it by my buddy Jared. He just had a bunch of Lego. He just wanted gone. So he just gave it to me, and I made $39.99 off of this lot right here, and it's pretty light. It'll probably go first class shipping, only a couple, you know, $5-6. So yeah, thanks to Jared, that's just pure profit. Thanks, buddy. What do you know, a car part sold. Here in box 14 of rack 3, D163. It's right there actually, D163. Sold that for $9.99 free shipping. That is a rotor for, I can't remember what car it's from. It's for a BMW from what it says. So you got $9.99 free shipping. And then over here, the other end of the warehouse, got all kinds of stuff laying around here. Got these taillights. Got a bunch of them. Sold a set of these taillights that didn't have a bracket on it. It's an empty one. It's got that bracket on it. Here we go, without the bracket. Sold one of these sets for $24.99 and the buyer paid shipping. I'll clean them up just a little bit more, but they're pretty much gonna go out as is. That's it for out here. And there we go, got these on the table. And now we just gotta get a couple things around the studio. All right, first up in the studio, here in the Oakley display case. Oh, he's actually fell over. Got this Spawn figure. This is by McFarlane Toys, I believe. And I sold that for $39.99 free shipping. He's actually missing a couple pieces. He's supposed to have a chain around him and a cape. From what my buddy said, he has the same figure. He said that this one was supposed to have a comic with it. But either way, just for that, I sold for $39.99 free shipping. So I actually have 2 Xbox Ones that I have listed. One's on eBay and then one's on Facebook Marketplace. I just realized that the other Xbox One is out here. It's in bin Z1. I really need, oh, I forgot to put that bin up. Put that back. And I forgot this Discman. And I'm all over the place today. We've got that back down, and now let's go out and get that Xbox. Alright, here we go. Now let's back up. I promise y'all, I'm going to figure this out eventually. Let's pull out Z1. And there it is. Xbox One. with the controller, cables, and this one did not have the HDMI cord included. And that sold for $9.99, actually $99.99 rather, and they paid shipping. Sold pretty quick. Y'all may remember from one of the last videos, I bought this from my buddy Justin, and all in all, I paid, you know, $300 or so for a bunch of his stuff. Paid $400 extra for my own personal items from him, but $300 investment for the business. And I actually sold another thing today that was with that buy, so let's go get that. It is a combat helmet, and if you remember, my buddy Bobby was actually wearing this combat helmet just without the cover on it in my last video when I took a slingshot to a bunch of bad buys. That was a silly video, but we had a lot of fun. But yeah, all this stuff right here, including the lamp that we sold locally, a total of $530 for this weekend in sales, and only 9 things. Hey guys, it's Friday the 29th, and I've got 5 things to ship out. 2 of them are antique items that are actually here on the shelves. The first one is this right here. A couple weekends ago, I picked up 2 of these glass Planters peanut jars. I think they're from the 40s or 50s, but they are jars that would be in a store. They were actually like a store display, and these are a little bit more rare. This is the less expensive one. This one is still $69.99. I believe this one was $20 I paid. I don't know, I'd have to look back. It was in a couple videos ago when I went out to a flea market. He had both of these and a couple other things. I ended up paying like $60 or $65 for everything I bought from him. I bought some tobacco signs and then these 2 peanut jars. And anyway, I sold this one for $69.99 and they paid shipping. So total of $90. So I'll probably be able to get away with a little bit less in shipping. I typically kind of overcalculate my shipping costs because I really don't want to have to pay for it. But the buyer knows that whenever they purchase it, and they bought it anyway. So it's going to be a little bit of a pain to ship that. It's going to take a little bit of time, and I really don't want it to break. I also really don't want these to break. Sold these ceramic inserts for antique ceramic heaters. The grates that would go in the front. I have 3 of them. They are each 8 inches tall. I paid $10 for these at a flea market up in Wilson, North Carolina during the Highway 301 yard sale. And I sold it for $39.99 and the buyer paid shipping. These are also pretty fragile, so I'm gonna have a little bit of time packing these guys up to make sure that they don't get damaged in shipping. I've got 3 more items out in the warehouse that we gotta get, so let's go get those. Okay, first up, we have one of those crimpers that I bought a couple weeks ago. You may remember in the last video that I went yard selling. It's a pretty expensive crimper. I think it was $149.99 they paid. I only paid about $3 for this thing. Heavy duty crimper. I kind of took it apart a little bit and cleaned it and, you know, polished it up a little bit, and it looks really good now. And yeah, I sold that thing for $149.99, free shipping. Be able to put this worst case scenario in a padded flat rate, USPS. Okay, next up, right around here in bin 2C, I'll have to get this down. I sold 2 Game Boy games. Let's see, right there, and right there. This is kind of cattywampus in here. Sold, let's see, Tetris and Quick. I think that's some sort of puzzle game, and then of course Tetris. And sold those for $19.99 free shipping. Those aren't worth that much. I got those from my big purchase that I made from my buddy Rick. All right, back here I sold a tool I bought from a big GM dealership liquidation. And I sold, there they are, J44219 cover alignment pins. That's a tool for putting an engine cover on back on correctly so it aligns perfectly, and then you can bolt it back down. Sold that for $17.99 free shipping. That has been my most profitable purchase. I paid $1,800 for all those tools, and I think it's turned out that they're about between $60,000 and $80,000 worth of tools and car parts. I've profited about, I think, $30,000, something like that, from all those tools. So we got those 3 right there. Come over here with the other items. One of the struggles of having a full-time job and doing eBay on the side, especially at this scale, is I don't really know 100% that I'll be able to get out of work in time. Getting out of work around 3:30, 3:45. Post office closes at 5, so at the end of the day, sometimes I'm not even able to ship out everything. I mean, I'll ship it, so it'll be in eBay system as shipped, and then I might have to drop it off the next day. But it's really unfortunate whenever I have a lot of orders, and that's why I have 2-day handling time. I don't have anything that's 1-day handling, because I need that extra day to kind of be the buffer for whenever I just have a lot of work in my Air Force job. Whenever the Air Force has me working a little bit later, I'm unable to ship. But I've done a pretty good job not letting that affect getting things to the buyer by the expected date. But hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have made a couple mistakes. I've definitely had a couple times where I've been really close to that limit, where you reach the threshold where you're no longer a top rated seller, because I've had a couple items that have went out late, a couple items that have arrived late. For the amount of things I ship out, I think I do pretty well. I've never actually gotten below the top rated seller status on eBay. So I think I've done a pretty good job. I'm not perfect, but I have made a couple mistakes. I just realized I made a mistake in the beginning of the video. I said that it was Friday the 29th. It's actually Saturday the 29th. The post office closes in like 25 minutes. Technically, all this stuff doesn't have to be shipped out till Monday, but I really wanted to get a jump on making this video, so I decided to start shipping this stuff out. If I can't get to the post office and get this stuff shipped within 25 minutes, I might just ship it out Monday. It's not really a big deal, but yeah, that's where we're at right now. So let me get these things packed up. We'll see how much money it takes to ship them out, and then we'll see how much profit we made. Okay, so there's the items packed up, all 5 of them. $370. It was $40.53 to ship all those items. So after fees, taxes, shipping, and then the cost of goods, I'll make about $250 in profit for today. So I'm not complaining about that. It was a pretty good day. All right, so I hope y'all enjoyed a day in the life of an eBay reseller. If you like my video and you want to see more about what I do, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you want to see new videos, hit that bell button and you will be notified every single time I come up with a new video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on next week's video.